You played every sport possible, didn't you?
Yeah.
Every department had a football team to a darts team. And I mean, to win, the night we won the football, we walked around concert, Chris Thompson walked around concert with a cup in his hand all night, remember? We ended up in, I mean, it was a big thing to win the inter-department football or cricket, or well, mainly the team games. We had a cracking football team, the TRD, didn't we? They also had a massive sports day, which I can't really remember. So I think it was the early 60s. But apart from having the inter-department people, they had professional sprinters, and these people ran for money on the company sports day.
Right.
So that must have been, I couldn't remember them, but they must have been in the late 50s, early 60s.
Mixture. Well, it was funny, you know, because the demi was all from contributions from the workers from the company, wasn't it? And they were nearly the Irish immigrants, wasn't it?
And the trades.
And
which is
now
trades. What is it now?
Yeah.
Trades.
Leisure.
The one up by the post office.
Trades.
That was built by union, trade union.
Yeah, we all contributed towards that. Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Then when the company shut down, we were actually given the steel club was given by the company to a committee. The committee took it over. It was given to them. It was at one time it was the richest club in Consist. It isn't now, but it was then, mainly because it was really well organised and well run. So that you can read into that what you want now.
we at the steel club, the steelworks had a leak show, and the managing, who was he? Derek Mate, who was the god. He was actually a member of the leak show. So it just went from our level right up to the management. I mean, there must have been 100 or people in the league show, and that was held in the Steel Club.
Yeah.
And I always remember Derek Mate, who was the top man. He was even a member of the league show. And Bill Hume.
Did he ever win?
I'm not going to tell you the story, but he thought he'd won because me, Derek Mate, but Bill Hume, and a few more ran it. And Derek Mate thought he'd won it. And he brought all his cronies up from Teesside. Unknown to him, both his weeks were seeded and he was last. And that's gospel. And I was on the steward on the door when Derek Mate and his cronies all walked in. He brought all his mates up for show. They were massive. They were like pine trees, but they both had seed heads in the top, and he was placed last. And that's gospel. I think it was the last time the league show ran. He'd probably banned it after that. He probably weren't allowed to collect the money. But I mean, Bill Hume, he was quality control director, among other things, and he was one of the lads. He used to go to the meetings afterwards, have the meetings after hours, 6 o'clock at night, and a league show meeting in the offices in his big push office. So everybody was involved, right? You know, everybody did everything, didn't they? Everybody just joined in everything. I mean, our department here, we had a superstars competition.
Amongst
ourselves.
Yeah.
And you played everything.
It was all indoor sports.
No. Maybe in tennis, was it? Badminton.
Every department in the company.
They were all like bar game type of things that I played in: darts, dominoes, table tennis. I don't think there was any outdoor ones in that one.
There was squash.
Was there? There was. I think there was 9 events, and you had to pick 7.
Badminton, you played.
Billy Miller. Billy Miller. He's still not in this country, but Billy was Scottish badminton champion at a certain age, and he used to come and play in the competitions in the TRD.
And win.
And win. He's left-handed. He used to win left-handed, Billy.
So yeah. Obviously, none of this would have happened if it hadn't have been for the support of the works itself.
Oh yeah.
Oh no! See, all the managers joined in. They came to watch you play football.
So every department had its own sports and social club. Every department. So you had inter-departmental sport, as Alan was saying. You know, you had darts, dominoes, football, cricket, tennis. You know, all these activities were going on at the time, supported by the company. You know, which says something, like, doesn't it? You know, when you think about it.
It went a step up from that. They went into works.
It did.
There was Glasgow Pension Office. under British Steel. They came down here to play football.
Middlesbrough,
And there was Jarrah had a team. There was teams from Teesside, just this area. Concert won it one year and all that. The Steelworks, but the one was magic. The one from Glasgow, they came down and actually they weren't workmen, they were working officers, you know. And the language, typical Scottish. Every second word was an F, you know. And I'm thinking, well, this is not much of an effing stadium or whatever it was, you know. They're complaining about the clubhouse, the changing rooms. I'm thinking, God, they must have a mansion up there, you know. All it was a bench like that, you know, all sat around it, then through the back into the showers, and that was it. The showers were cement walls; they weren't tiled as such. You know, the building had been up that long; it was that old, and they were criticising the facilities. And I'm thinking, I think these are pretty good, actually. But oh, hey, the language just walked straight off the bus in every second word.
Well, Marty was a big lad at the time, wasn't he? He used to organise everything, didn't he? Marty McBride.
Little Pagey.
Little Arthur Page, aye.
Yeah, I mean, the company also had teams in different leagues. They didn't just keep it into... I mean, Templetown Brickworks, they had a team.
That's right. Well, I played for them.
Templetown had a team in like the local adult league, and Considine Company had a junior team, which in them days every pit village had a junior football team, and Considine Company had it in. And some of the biggest laughs was when they found somebody good who didn't play for Considine Company juniors. They used to torture the lads who played for Dept or Cook Hall to get them to sign for Considine Company. And I've actually seen a good footballer, Alan, played for Dept, and he was thrashed with a horse pipe until he signed for Considine Company juniors. Seriously, in a lab, thrashed with a horse pipe on the end of a bush handle until he signed for Considine Company juniors.
Did he?
Well, it doesn't sound as...
I think he did, but I think his dad rescinded it and he's continued to play for Dept. But he was thrashed. I was there.